Good afternoon, everybody. On behalf of the Essex Registration Service, I'd like to give you a very warm welcome to Gosfield Hall for the marriage of Robert and Stephanie. My colleague Jenny, hiding in the back there, is the registrar today, and she is here to ensure the legal aspects of the ceremony are conducted according to law. My name's Valerie Hammond, and it is my privilege to be conducting your ceremony this afternoon. The place in which we're now met has been duly sanctioned according to law for the celebration of marriages. We are all here to witness the joining in matrimony of Robert James Brodie and Stephanie Elizabeth Julia Bennett. If any person knows of any legal reason why they should not be married, they should declare it now. It's fine, I shall carry on. This is a special day for Robert and Stephanie, for today they have chosen to make a public commitment to each other through vows sincerely made and faithfully kept. And through your presence here, you're expressing your love and support for them. Robert, Stephanie, before you're joined in matrimony, it is my duty to remind you of the solemn and binding character of the vows you're both about to make. Marriage, according to the law of this country, is the union of two people voluntarily entered into for life to the exclusion of all others. The purpose of marriage is that you may always care for and support each other through every aspect of your lives. It is a decision to share love, friendship, and show mutual respect for each other as individuals. Marriage is a desire by two people not only to share themselves and their experiences, but also to accept one another as individuals. Marriage means making a commitment to developing cooperation. It calls for honesty, patience, and of course humour. A good partner will be loving and caring, but above all, a best friend. So I'm now going to ask you each in turn to make a declaration that you do not know of any legal reason why you should not be married to each other. So Robert, if you are free lawfully to marry, would you please repeat after me? I do solemnly declare.
I do solemnly declare.
That I know not.
That I know not.
Of any lawful impediment.
Of any lawful impediment.
Why I, Robert James Brodie.
Why I, Robert James Brodie.
May not be joined in matrimony.
May not be joined in matrimony.
To Stephanie Elizabeth Julia Bennett.
To Stephanie Elizabeth Julia Bennett.
Well done. And now, Stephanie, if you are free lawfully to marry, would you please repeat after me? I do solemnly declare.
I do solemnly declare.
That I know not.
That I know not.
Of any lawful impediment.
Of any lawful impediment.
Why I, Stephanie Elizabeth Julia Bennett.
Why I, Stephanie Elizabeth Julia Bennett.
May not be joined in matrimony.
May not be joined in matrimony.
To Robert James Brodie.
To Robert James Brodie.
So now, ladies and gentlemen, the important moment has come when Robert and Stephanie will make their formal and legal contract before you all. So this is actually where they become husband and wife. So again, can I ask you, if you can, to stand for this, please? And you're going to go first, okay? Are you ready?
Do I face you?
No, face Stephanie. You're marrying her, not me.
Shame.
I call upon these persons.
I call upon these persons.
Here present to witness.
Here present to witness.
That I, Robert James Brodie.
That I, Robert James Brodie.
Do take thee, Stephanie Elizabeth Julia Bennett.
Do take thee, Stephanie Elizabeth Julia Bennett.
To be my lawful wedded wife.
To be my lawful wedded wife.
Now you're going to say some promises. Stephanie, as I take you to be my wife.
Stephanie, as I take you to be my wife.
I promise to love you.
I promise to love you.
To honour and respect you.
To honour and respect you.
I will stand by you.
I will stand by you.
And be true to you always.
And be true to you always.
I will care for you.
I will care for you.
Laugh with you when you're happy.
Laugh with you when you're happy.
Comfort you when you're sad.
Comfort you when you're sad.
Whatever life may bring.
Whatever life may bring.
I will always love you.
I will always love you.
Now it's your turn, Stephanie. All right, ready? I call upon these persons
I call upon these persons
here present to witness
here present to witness
that I, Stephanie Elizabeth Julia Bennett,
that I, Stephanie Elizabeth Julia Bennett,
do take thee, Robert James Brodie,
do take thee, Robert James Brodie,
to be my lawful wedded husband.
to be my lawful wedded husband.
And now your promises. Robert, as I take you to be my husband,
Robert, as I take you to be my husband,
I promise to love you,
I promise to love you,
to honour and respect you.
to honour and respect you.
I will stand by you
I will stand by you
and be true to you always.
and be true to you always.
I will care for you,
I will care for you,
laugh with you when you're happy,
laugh with you when you're happy,
comfort you when you're sad.
comfort you when you're sad.
Whatever life may bring,
Whatever life may bring,
I will always love you.
I will always love you.
So thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Can you take your seats again, please?
Thanks.
Robert and Stephanie have chosen to seal their contract of marriage with the exchange of rings. The wedding ring is an unbroken circle which symbolises unending and everlasting love, and it's the outward sign of the lifelong promise you two have just made to each other. So Dylan, this is your moment. Can you come up, please? Stand near your father and let him take out the ring he's got for Stephanie. That's it. Then if you just move to the side, Dylan, stay there. And then, Robert, if you can put that on Stephanie's finger, please. Right, hold her hand with one of... That's it. And then say after me, please. Stephanie, I give you this ring.
Stephanie, I give you this ring
As a token of our marriage.
as a token of our marriage
And as a lasting reminder.
and as a lasting reminder
Of the promises we have made here today.
of the promises we have made here today.
Push the ring down, please. Lovely, thank you. So, Dylan, if you can let Stephanie have the other ring, please.
Thank you.
And then if we'll give him a clap, he can go back and take his seat. That's it. That's it. Hold it there. And then you're going to say, Robert, I give you this ring
Robert, I give you this ring
as a token of our marriage
as a token of our marriage
and as a lasting reminder
and as a lasting reminder
of the promises we have made here today.
as a promise of the promises we have made here today.
Push the ring down, please. And then continue to hold both sets of hands when you've got it down. That's it. Hold both sets of hands.
Thank you.
But this is the first day of your married life together. And we all hope the feelings of love that you have continue to grow and deepen throughout the years ahead. You have both made the declarations prescribed by law, but you've also made a solemn and binding contract before Ben and Imogen and your friends and family. So it gives me very great pleasure to say you're now husband and wife.
everyone. My name is Manolo, and I am Stephanie's uncle and godfather. Sí. Bueno, me oyes ahora, joder. I was extremely honored when Stephanie asked me to walk her down the aisle today. She has always been like a daughter to me, and this is a very special moment for me, really is. Oh, it's more. I'd like to thank everyone for being here today. I know it means a lot to Stephanie and Brodie after having to postpone their original wedding date, bloody pandemic, shit like that. I know Brodie is going to say a few words about Stephanie's mom, Maggie, who is sadly not here with us today. But I wanted to say how very proud she would be looking down on you today, along with Nana, Granddad, and your other grandparents. I know they would all have loved to have been here today, sitting next to you, looking in, wonder, and seeing how happy and complete and beautiful you look. Stephanie is a lot of things to many of us. My goddaughter, sister, niece, crazy cousin, best friend, and Stephanie is absolutely loved and adored by anyone who meets her. I remember the first time I saw Stephanie in the hospital. Our breath was taken away by this tiny baby with a big mop of black hair. It really was a lot of hair, really was. Maggie was instantly in love with you, and she was very protective towards you and truly loving mother, as I can imagine one day you will be. Although I know you have already been practicing that role with Dylan, Dizzy, Shelby, who love you, but also being godmother to Bella, Joshua, Darcy, as well as very cousins to Sienna, Eva, Heath, Joseph, Zachary, little Otis, and baby Harrison when he arrives. Alana would tell me many times after Sienna was born that you would help her during the night to rock and bounce her back to sleep. She would say to me, I don't know how she bloody does it, but it was your natural maternal instinct, your patience, love and support that helped and got her through. Stephanie, this has and never will go unnoticed, darling. When Stephanie was about 4 years old, I used to laugh, winding her up by pretending to take away her beautiful little dimples from her cheeks. I would touch her cheeks and say, I have your dimples, and pretend to put them on my cheek. We all thought it was hilarious until her big eyes filled with tears. So before she cried and I was told off, I had to give them back. You were always so easy to wind up. You really were. I am so happy that, well, we are all so happy that Stephanie and Brodie found each other in Thailand. Brodie has been a huge support to Stephanie over the years. We all couldn't have wished for a better man than you. Brodie, you are a loving, gentle, funny, and your support of her when she was in hospital, we'll all be forever grateful to you. Laura and Richard, you should be very proud of your son, as we all are. Stephanie, we all love you so much, more than any words can describe. And we are all so honored to be here with you both today. So please, can you all stand up and raise a glass to Stephanie and Brodie. Salud. My darling. And I hand you back over to the big man, Brodie.
Oh, mate. Oh, mate, thank you well, so much for that. It means the world to be joining your family. And sorry about the Spain game. It's coming home, mate, is what it is. Like, it is what it is, yeah. Yeah. But yeah, thanks. Yeah. So, good afternoon. Good evening. Welcome. This is fucking weird, isn't it? Like, all these people in the room, this is really odd. But look, we just want to say on behalf of me, or myself, and the new Mrs. Brodie. Look, we are honestly, truly honoured. And by the way, I'm speaking into this for Christian and his headphones. Like, I know it's not working. I've got to shout a bit louder just so you know. It's not on. It's not on. It is. We are honestly, truly honoured and blessed that you're all here. Like, I think when we rearranged this, we were like, we've got to do it again, and we're going to get the same numbers, or more people, or less. And all of you pretty much came back instantly and said, yeah, we'll be there, can't wait. And I was like, fucking hell, that's going to be expensive, isn't it? Like, that's so expensive. Like, but so, dig deep. But no, honestly, it means the world for us, for both of us, all you all being here. Honestly, it really does. Truly humbled. And a few shout-outs like Swampy. Where's Swamps? Stand up, Swamps. There he is. Swampy. There he is. Yeah. Now, he's called Swampy because, well, look at him. So that's I mean, yeah, that's the Swamps. But so Swampy lives in Berlin. So what he had to do was time his quarantine for, what was it, 10 days, 15 days, whatever?
I did the 5 so I can make it here.
Oh, okay. So, yeah, 10. He did the 10 days quarantine, for Matt Hancock and co. He did the 10 days quarantine, and he took time off work, more time, just to be here for the wedding. And he's now got to head off at, 6 a.m., 7 a.m.? We're down to Bournemouth for a stag do. So, mate, effort like that is just, it's truly heartwarming. So thank you very much. So a big round of applause to all of you. I really appreciate it. Up the Swamps! But unfortunately, there are some people who, can't be with us today. But I think what's really important is they're always in our thoughts, and you know what? They're forever in our hearts. So look, can we please raise a glass to all of our absent family, friends, and loved ones? Right. So when I first met Steph, I know, strap in, we get to that in a minute. Yeah, we get to that bit. When I first met Steph, she started talking about her family and stuff, and she was going, right, I've got this uncle, that auntie, that cousin. I was like, fucking hell, there's thousands of them. Like, oh my God, like, it's like a Game of Thrones house. There's so many of them, I don't know what to do. Like, and she's very much, they're all really hospitable and stuff, and I was like, but it's the one thing is you go around there, and they will feed you and feed you and feed you and feed you and feed you. And I was like, look, challenge accepted, but fucking hell, did we eat? Christ, look at me, like, honestly. But honestly, like, I genuinely don't think I could be joining a better family. I really mean that. Like, from the hospitality and what's that word? That's the one. Yeah, from the kindness that Christina and John showed us, like living in their house for 5 months while we were moving in. The 2 dogs like running around like Jumanji, just like causing us like every day. Like, oh no, what now? Like Carmen Manolo, like the amount of dinners you've made for us, and the kind of the Christmases and the parties, like so much food. It's just wonderful. And look, one of the biggest things for me is from the first day I met you all, you made me feel like one of your own, and that was just like so heartwarming. But not just me, to the Love Island superstar over there, Steph&Brodie, who's been yeah. Who? You don't clap yourself, mate. That looks really arrogant. But yeah, it's really bad. But no, yeah. But you made us both feel like one of your own from day one, and I honestly can't wait to create more memories with all of you. And for the generosity you've showed, I'd like to just give you all a massive round of applause. So. Okay, so moving on to my family now, my old boy, the old dear, that's how they're known. Generally, we haven't got not as large a family, but honestly, I couldn't have asked for anything better. Generally, growing up, like you both went out at all hours, trying to make a few quid, to put dinner on the table. Like on all hours, you worked so hard, like to do that, when it was just you two doing it. And then. Like just simple things, like you go on holiday, like you save up to go to Cornwall and stuff, and sit for 5 days out of 7 in the car, like when it's pissing down with rain, eating sandwiches. But you did that because of how much you loved us and how much you wanted to create that good family environment. So look, I wouldn't be like the man, the father, the husband that I am now. I wouldn't be that person today without you two. So. Look, we all love you so much. You are and always will be my heroes. So, thank you. What's the book on me crying? How many was that? Wasn't even a cry, was it? That wasn't even a cry. Who's got one? That wasn't even a cry. So next, to thank the beautiful bridesmaids. Beautiful. I mean, look, like, unfortunately, I couldn't actually face you because the little fella kind of interviewing us at the start of the ceremony, the little lady was like, don't turn round, you've got to turn round when she gets here. I'm like, nah, fuck that. Like, just straight round. And I was just like, wow, you all looked absolutely unbelievable. And when I mean, look, I could go through each and every one of you. Well, not like that. Like, no. Yeah. Give it time. Yeah. No, but yeah, again, yeah. But no, each and every one of you, I just remember Liz giving a speech at her birthday a couple of years ago, and you mentioned Steph, and that was like, wow, why would you just pick out Steph? I mentioned like Alana, like the way you talk about Steph, you just like, it's just, you just ooze happiness when you talk about her, same with Caroline, Angela and everything. And Josie, well, I remember when Steph was in hospital, like you came round to my house, like when I was with Steph and I came in the evening, you filled my fridge up with all this posh food, and I was like, fucking hell, she can stay in there. Like, it's like, I'm going to eat like a king for a year. Like, it was amazing. But you are all just, you're all just wonderful people. Like, and Steph adores you to bits. And Nemo, like, for the effort you put into, the hen do, and every night you're calling Steph, and I know how much you adore her. We spoke every day when she was in hospital. And if it wasn't for you, I probably wouldn't have been as strong. So, to all of you, massive, it's fucking brilliant. Oh, shit. Oh, we got some gifts. So you want to come up now and have a round of applause, or get them at the end? No. Oh, get them now then, yeah. So, first contestant, who we got? Thank you very much. You want to come up, round of applause or not? Yeah. CD. Yeah, pass it on. Yeah, don't steal my thunder or anything. Yeah. Two. And the other one, Angela, thank you so much. Okay, massive round of applause. Thank you so much. Who's next? Right, from the beauties to the weasels, the groomsmen and the wider friendship group. Now, a lot of you probably know this, but on the stag, it was horrible. So they dress me up as Big Bird, and they know I hate heights. But I remember the day before, I was texting all of them to feel them out, and just I haven't seen you for a while. I was like, hey boys, buzzing to see you all. Message goes off, fuck you, Brodie. And I'm like, oh, okay. Fine. Next one, can't wait to see you, mate. Fuck off, we want blood. Oh, and it's like, your arse for 24 hours. And I'm like, this cannot end well. So they dress me as Big Bird, and they know I hate heights. So what they do, they put me in this zip wire from the edge of Bournemouth Pier all the way to the front, and I'm like, oh, this is my worst nightmare. So I got up there pretty quickly, didn't I? Pretty quick, I got up there, I'm dressed as Big Bird. Everyone's looking at me like, what the fuck is this? So I get to the top, and I'm like, with this rope, and I had to make the weight. So I'm like, I'm doing that, please. And the girl there, she goes don't worry, I've been working here for 6 weeks. No one's ever fallen off. And I was like, oh, yeah, great. Yeah, I can't wait. Yeah, brilliant. Anyway, so I get on this thing, and I try to go, and they go I can't do it. And they all go, way. Try to go a second time, way. And I'm like, oh, God. And she goes to me, if you just sit on the edge of the platform there, we'll go 3, 2, 1, and we'll push you off. I don't make it worse, love. Jesus, they're baying for blood down there. And look, all of these boys, they are always there to roast me in the group chat. They're always there, with a target on my back, you say the wrong thing, bang, you're shot down. They're always, digging me out in some way. But do you know what the key thing is? They're always there. And that's the biggest thing, right? I remember the one time I cried when Steph was in hospital, the one time. So I knock at the door, about to go and see her, I knock at the door, and there was this flower delivery, and I was like, oh, who's this? I open it up, and it just said, to Steph, get well soon, we love you lots. All the boys. I remember it, and I remember literally bursting into tears. I randomly ran into the bathroom and locked the bathroom doors so the dogs didn't see me crying. I don't know what that is. It's so random. But I was like, that is what friendship is. And look, I don't really class you as friends and mates. I class you as my family, and I generally mean that. I would do anything for you. You're always there for me, and I would do anything for all of you. So look, this one's for you boys. I want to raise a massive round of applause for all the boys. So, a collective group of weasels, and then the king weasel, Ben, over here. So, Ben. Like some of the stories I could, disclose here, but we won't. But when I first met Ben, God knows how many years, it's 15, 20 years ago now. I remember this geezer rocking up at uni, living together, and he had this big, like his jacket was like 4 times too big for him, and he came in like he's like an armadillo shuffling there, like like all like skinny, shaven head, and well, not much has changed really, is it really? Looking at him, he's still the same little weasel. And I remember the first day or first couple of days living with him, and I'm sitting down there, don't know this geezer at all. And anyway, I'm sitting on the sofa. All of a sudden I hear, Broads. I'm like, yes, mate. Can you come and look what I've done in the toilet? I'm like, you dirty fucking bastard, what is that? Like, what? So I walk upstairs and stuff, and I get into the bathroom, and he goes, it won't flush. And I'm like, well, have you got a whisk? Just mush it down. No, we didn't have a whisk, so it's fine. Yeah, so I'm like, all right, so I'm going to go in there, have a look. And I was like, well, yeah, of course it won't flush. It's not going to flush, is it? He was like, why not? It's like, you cannot flush the cardboard from the toilet roll down the toilet, Ben. You just can't do that. He was like, why not? And I was like, what do you mean, why not? He was like, well, it's paper, isn't it? I'm like, well, so's a mighty oak tree if you look at it technically, but you can't shove branches down there, can you idiot? And that was then domesticated Ben, and I don't think it's changed. But look, what he lacks for in like domestication, whatever, he more than makes up for in a friend. He's the person who keeps all the group together. He's always texting, ringing all the lads, getting us together for dinners, for nights out, etc. And do you know what? He's the most generous lad I know. He'd give you the last £5 in his pocket if he had it, and if he had it, yeah. and he's going to hate me saying this is on camera, it's on film, but he really is my best mate, and I couldn't wish for anyone better to be by my side. So, mate, you on the stag. But there is a second star of the show today, and he's sitting over there, and the other best man, taller than Ben, Steph&Brodie, over there. Dylan. Well, it's going to be an emotional one, but look, you're the star of the show, mate. You've been chirped in so many birds, it's unbelievable. Everyone's like, fucking hell, he's cracking on, isn't he? I was like, yeah. He's got Love Island next year, like Christ, he started straight in. But, mate, you are just the most beautiful little soul, and you're just a credit to all of us. Like, you make everyone so happy, you light up a room, you're excelling in school, and I couldn't wish for a better son than you. So everyone, a massive round of applause for Dylan. Twice. Yeah, so, and that's, oh no, here she is. And now on to the new Mrs. Brodie. So, let me tell you how I first met Steph. So, you're probably bored of me now, but 2014, went to Thailand with my mate who unfortunately can't be here today. Went up there for Ben's wedding randomly. So we went there for 3 or 4 weeks, and the first day we landed, went straight out and stuff. And my mate Abby went out and he'd, left me, and I was like, well, that's actually happened. Like, he's gone. It was on the Koh Sam Road. And everyone's been to Thailand, it's the Koh Sam Road. It is fucking bedlam. Like, it's just everyone from all 4 corners of the world descend on this road and then spill out. So it's fucking great. Like, it's brilliant. Anyway, so I come out this bar and I just see these 2 girls across the road, and I was like, aye. So shuffle on over there, and I was just like, so I got chatting. I said, oh, where are you 2 from then? And Caitlin, who lives in Sydney and can't be here, she went, oh, I'm from Sydney. I was like, so where are you from? I'll always remember this. Steph was like, have you heard of London? Pick the thick one again, Brodie. I was like, London, Northern Europe, isn't it? Northern Europe. Got vague idea, yeah. And she went, it's my go. And then she went, do you know South London? I was like, yeah. And she went, do you know Croydon? I was like, oh, for fuck's sake. It's either a stinker or wedding. So I was like, I can walk halfway around the world, and you meet a bird who lives 5 minutes down the road. And I was like, look, do you mind me asking you how old you are? Because we must have some mutual friends on Facebook, etc., in the same area. And I was 29 at the time, and she went, oh, yeah, that's fine. I'm 23. And I was like, lovely. So that evening I walked Caitlin and Steph back to the hotel, and that was it. And the next morning, my phone was just ringing off by the pool. I was just dying. I was like, Bangkok has me now. Like, I'm just gone. Anyway, so look at my phone. It was like, I said, Abby, who's Croydon? He was like, oh, it's that bird you were texting talking about last night. And I was like, fuck, well, I know. He was like, look, I'm on my own. Caitlin's gone back to Sydney, etc. Do you want to go out for a drink or something to it? I was like, yeah, great, yeah, sounds good. And I remember to the day what you were wearing, and you were a fucking knockout then. So, I mean, like, it was crazy. And it was that night, a few drinks, a bit of food, walk you back to your bedroom. Activities commenced, and then that was it. And that's when I knew I loved her. So yeah. And then, look, she went home the next day, and look, the rest is history. But, look, a lot of people today have said you're punching or whatever, and, I honestly, like... And they're absolutely right. They are absolutely spot on. Like, you're a 10, you're a knockout. And I saw you today, and I think a mouth like, wow, like, it's just... I'm so lucky, but it's not just you know, it's not just that and you. It's who you are. You're the kindest. You're the most generous, the most loving, the most resilient person I know. And I'm actually in awe of you. Like, you are one of my heroes. Like, you wake up and you're happy every day. I mean, you're fucking annoying, but you're happy every day. Nothing gets you down. Your glass is always half full. You're the one who picks me up. You know, when I'm having a bit of a wobble or a bit of a mood. And I remember being in hospital. Sorry to bring it up. I remember being in hospital, and they were by the bed, and they said, "Yeah, she'll have to learn to walk again, to talk again, and to speak again." And I remember just going, "Oh, she's gone. Like, she has gone." Yeah. I remember just going, "Okay, that's okay. Then we do what we need to do." And they were like, "Oh, right." And they were shocked that I wasn't like crying like that. And I was like, "It doesn't matter if it takes 10 minutes, 10 years, 50 years. I'm going to be there, and we're going to get through this, like, by one way or the other." And look, within 2 or 3 weeks, you smashed it out of the park, and now look at you. So yeah. Final note really is, give me your hand. Don't squeeze it like that. Look, in front of all these people, I'm on camera. In front of all these people, all these witnesses, I promise you, I will do everything in my power to make you happy every single day, and give you the best life that you, more than anyone I know, deserves. So, could everyone be upstanding to the new Mrs. Brodie?
Right. I apologise immediately already about the picture quality. It's not my fault, it's Tegan's fault, so I apologise instantly. It looks good on the computer, I apologise. Before we start the formalities of analysing Brodie, I'll do the best man part. So can we all just say how beautiful all the bridesmaids look? They're absolutely fantastic. And obviously how beautiful Steph looks as well. Okay, that's done. Right, so for those that don't know me, my job is analysis, and we obviously analyse people and everything, and we're going to analyse Brodie today. The best predictor of future behaviour is looking at the past. So we're going to go down and look through the past of Robert James Brodie. Now, when I met Brodie many years ago, there's no teeth. Well, there were teeth, but not what he's got in at the moment. There were no tats. There was no tash. He was very, very different. So you've got to try and put your mind back, and the pictures here will help you do that at the moment. But to start off with, this is our little summary of what we're going to start evaluating Brodie with. So, evolution, romance, living environment, diet, attire. Please all score. Now, this would normally be done before you said I do, but too late, you've already bought it. So please take your scores in together as well. So, I met Brodie. Oh, sorry, before that, evolution. I forgot this. Laura and Rich. Now, anybody that knows Laura and Rich know that they're absolutely fantastic parents. And everything that they did, giving him a ball at the young age, trying to teach him to cook, they tried everything. It's not their fault. Let's put it. Let's put it that way. But I met that. I mean, yeah, a picture paints 1,000 words, but wow, okay. So this is who I met in 2004, and it was a very, very different character. And throughout the university years, we tried to help him working at Boots and helping him out on nights out. And one story we will tell from a night out is how we had to, obviously he started drinking a bit late, I think, and we had to take him on a night out, and all of a sudden he started hallucinating, saying that there was a white rabbit. He wouldn't let go, and he kept on and on and on and on and on about this sodding white rabbit, and we had to take him to the hospital. And shock, there was nothing wrong with him. He was drunk. Covering romance. So as we start from the first year, actually probably one of the first couple of weeks at uni, we were out in, I think it was Icon Diva or somewhere like that, and Brodie started talking to a girl. Now, without the teeth, the tats, the tash, he was a very unconfident young gentleman. And we used to, after a night out, obviously meet in the canteen and have a fry-up back in those days. And we're all in the canteen having up, and this girl walks down, and we go, "Brodie, that's the girl you were talking to last night." He went white as a sheet and ran out of the canteen. He was that embarrassed. Yeah, I did. Well, okay, sympathy, fair enough. Second one was a girlfriend that used to call him, "Hey, Rob." It was horrible. And what ended it was, he said that he was in bed, and she said, "Rob, who's Ronnie?" And that was enough for Brodie. He had to end it. The next relationship was when Brodie met a girl in America and came back, and she lived in Aberdeen, and we were obviously living in Southampton, and he told us all that this was the one for him, and he was going to live with her and be with her and travel up every day, and these 9-hour trips, and after she left him, he was going to leave uni, and oh God, something like that. The next one, called him Brodie Cakes, as a great nickname. There's a few. And the last one, I'm not allowed to tell the story at all, but if anybody wants to come and find me later, I'll tell you the bear story. This is living with Brodie, and he hasn't changed much, has he? Look at him. And points of living with Brodie were him trying to play Pro Evo and being Pippo Inzaghi and eating all the food in the house. But his diet has not changed. And obviously one thing you're going to have to deal with him eating all the food in the house. His attire is, confident over the years now. Whether it be double denim, a handlebar moustache, the Mother Teresa look, or the London geezer. But what he is always game for is dressing up over the weekends. And posing, he started to pose a lot. Regarding loyalty, so obviously everybody knows that Brodie says that he's a massive Tottenham fan. I've not got a picture, or I can't remember him ever wearing a Tottenham top, and this is the one game that I think you ever went to Tottenham in the 20 years I've known you. But looking back, I found him in a Man United kit as a kid. Not once, but twice. Is it you? And obviously...
Disgrace.
And the apple doesn't fall far from the tree, with a West Ham bowl there. We move on to the legacy that Brodie holds, and we've spoke about him today, but obviously Dylan's been a huge part And obviously, while he can't hold down a football club, the way Brodie's been with Dylan as a father has been nothing but exemplary. Life-changing event. So in 2014, if you see there's a picture of me and my two best men and my wife. All Brodie had to do was come to Thailand and say a speech. That was it. But instead, him and Abby went on an absolute quest. And all I got told is... No. All I got told about was, when I saw him, when we met up, was about this Spanish-Swedish bird from Croydon. And obviously he's turned into a love of his life. The only thing for looking at these pictures, and I tried to find more, and it was the same thing. You two stand on the same side in every photo. Who's running that? But anyhow. What can he offer? Well, he's not great around the house, but the worst thing he does is his OCD. And if you know the amount of times he locks doors and has to relock and recheck, it will drive you absolutely insane. But I think from all his growth and evolution, from the beard and the tats and the teeth, I think we can all say that he's turned out all right in the end, and he's found himself an absolutely fantastic bride. And so can we all raise a glass to the new Mr. and Mrs. Brodie?
Wait. Message. Brodie, Steph, I'm so sorry I can't be there today, guys. I'm absolutely gutted not to be sharing this day with you, but I will be there in spirit. I'm thinking about you both. I remember the day where we actually met Steph, way back when, two young boys in Thailand, Koh San Road, getting some drinks, and this Croydon bird struts over and joins us. She was all over me like a rash. I found it a little bit uncomfortable, so I thought, Brodie, I'm going to give you a minute, mate. I'm just going to go to the toilet. I'll come back. Next thing I know, you two are switching digits, planning to meet up with each other, and it's all works out for the best. I love you both. The sunshine's come out to shine on you both on your special day. You two are made for each other, so I wish you all the best. Have a great day. Love you. Cheers.